welcome to Now That You're Married. My name is Liz Awoli. On this episode, we have a very exciting topic. We're going to be tackling the subject of soulmates. Is there that one person for everyone? I've got three interesting guests that will be discussing and dissecting this with me. First of all is someone that's no stranger. She was a guest in a previous episode. Her name is Bola Yinka-Obebe. She's the lady that calls herself the Renaissance woman. She's a media mogul, producer. She is also a fashion designer as well as an entrepreneur. Really good to have you on the show again, Bola.
Good to be back.
Thank you. Our next guest is Barisi Samuels. She is a CEO, interior decorator. You've been married for 7 years and you have a child. Really good to have you on the show. Thank you, Barisi. And finally, we have Ceasar Komolafe. Ceasar is an ICT professional. He's been married for 2 years and you're blessed with a child. Thank you for being on the show. Thank you.
Nice.
Guys, so we're going to be talking about soulmates. So what is a soulmate? A soulmate is that one person that has been preordained. So it has been written. God says there's one person, just one person in this entire universe that will fit with you. What do you think? What are your thoughts? Before you got married, everyone here is married. Did you think that there was that one person just for you? I'll start with you, Komolafe.
Actually, mine is a little bit different. Initially, while I was growing up, I used to think, because I was a player, I used to say, I don't think I can get married. But fortunately, or should I say unfortunately for me, I just met this lady somewhere. I went to serve somewhere in Barisi. She came to do her IT all the way from Lautech, and something just happened. The spark just happened, and that's all. So I believe there's something they call soulmate. I don't believe in soulmate before, but since I met her, I knew she was the one.
Okay, so prior to getting married, you didn't believe that there was one person.
I did not believe it.
Okay, I mean, a lot of single girls, they've even envisioned him. He's tall, he's dark, he's handsome. He's going to have this kind of car. The way he will come to me, the swagger, you know, so they have this thing in their head. What were your thoughts? Did you think that there was that one person, Barisi?
Yes, from a very young age, I just had this belief that there had to be somebody that would merge with you because, you know, there's this song, Opposites Attract. So I just sat down conceptualizing what my perfect partner would be. So I said, okay, I like this, so this person probably won't like this. So there has to be something different about us. So it was something I worked on for many years. I wrote, but I didn't go the fantasy side the way a lot of girls go now and then install is that. But you know, it was more about the character of the person that I wrote down and I was always looking out for. That's what I went with from being a teenager until I eventually got married.
Okay, thank you. Bola, we're coming to you. When you were single, did you think that there's only one person out there for you?
When I was much younger, say when you began to notice boys, secondary school days, I used to think, oh, there'll be this perfect guy for me. I mean, all the cartoons and all the novels, there was always
The Little
the
Mermaid,
perfect, you know, there was always
Aladdin.
the perfect guy for you. But you know, as one began to grow up, I kind of formed this school of thought that I think God created us in sets. I believe I'm part of a set, and there's also a set of guys that would work for me. If I picked one from that set, it would suit me perfectly. If I let the other go and picked another from that set, it would also work perfectly for me. That's from probably moving from one relationship to another. Why am I attracted to you and not attracted to this other guy? Why do you appeal to me in a certain way and don't appeal to me in some other ways? So I really don't believe in the school of thought that there's this one guy in the whole of the world
That God is
waiting for you. No, I don't believe that.
Okay. We're going to explore this more, but we're going to take a quick break first. Don't go anywhere. back to now that you're married. Today we're talking about the idea of a perfect soulmate. And I'm here with Ceasar, Barisi, and Bola. So guys, you guys have kind of told us what you thought before marriage on the idea of a soulmate. So you thought that there's always, Ceasar, you thought there's that one person. You found her at camp, was it camp?
No, actually, she came to do her IT where I was serving.
Okay, you were serving. So you found her during the NYSC days.
Just found her.
And then you found your husband found you. guys, girls don't do the finding. The guys do the finding, right?
Well, we found each other.
Well,
You
it
found
can be
each other.
interwoven.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. And you know, he was the one God ordained for you. But you believe that there's a group. There's like you have liberty to choose. And if it doesn't work out with one person, as long as that person is in that set.
Absolutely.
So what was the reality once you guys got married? What did you find in regards to the concept of perfect soulmates and that versus love? And you know, does love blind us? Because we are in love. This is my soulmate. And I'm gonna start with you, Barisi, because you're the one who believes in soulmates.
Yeah.
You know.
When I got married, it was like, okay, things are a bit different from what you actually visualize. Okay, there are aspects of this person that could get at you. There are aspects of this person, but because from the onset, I had the belief that, okay, I have a soulmate, and then love was like the strong factor that would hold everything else. So even when I felt like, there's something weird about, love made me look like, okay, we're different, but there's always a middle.
That's an interesting concept. So the realities now for you being married, what are the realities in terms of you believe that this person is your soulmate, you're willing to stick it out, but is your soulmate your soulmate? Because there's something about a soulmate being perfect for you as well. What about when you now got married? Was that person still perfect?
Well, still perfect up to the point that I visualized. I wasn't expecting Superman.
Okay, because a lot of women are.
Yes, no, I lived with the reality because I grew up in a home and I saw what marriage was. So based on that understanding, the experience, the exposure, I put that at the back of my mind that, okay, fine, it's your soulmate. Doesn't mean you guys are not going to have issues. Doesn't mean that you guys are not going to have drama and all of that. But what happened was, immediately I identified him as my soulmate. I needed to discern if he was also mine, because there's a level you get to where you think, okay, this person is my friend, but if the person hasn't called you his friend, you people haven't really bonded.
How did you discern?
Okay, what happened was, I just asked a few questions because we dated for a very long time. I grew up with him, yes.
How long is a long time?
And well, we've been together 13 years. Wow. So from the university, everything. So every step of the way was like my sibling first before we now got married. So we talked about everything, and then we were able to now, you know, break down every aspect of our lives before we now eventually moved into marriage. So when we moved into marriage, we knew that, okay, now this is the long haul, this is forever. But most of what we've learned, we're going to take it into the relationship. So when fights came up, you know, you remind yourself of, okay, we asked these questions and all of that, and then, you know, you use it back in the marriage.
Very interesting. And Ceasar, you, what were your realities once you got married to your soulmate?
Actually, I'm kind of a perfectionist. So, and I don't really believe there's this perfect person. But I still have my morals, my beliefs, what my don'ts and my likes. So, and I also believe the other person has, my wife has. So what we tried to do when we were courting was, actually when we met, was we tried to integrate the beliefs, the likes, the don'ts of both parties. Some things she does not like, she just tell me, a lot of things she had to change about me. A lot of things I had to change about her. So that made us bond. Love, okay, this is love, but love blinds a lot of people because it blinds you to see the bad, not to see who
people really are.
Good. It blinds you not to see who people really are. It blinds you not to see, oh, this leads, these are behavior.
And according to you, you still can change your soulmate. Because that person is your soulmate doesn't mean they're perfect.
Yeah. Nobody's perfect. you must always see something to change. If after marriage, new things will still happen, which you all know. New things, new characters. You just discover that. Oh, okay. Let me set an example. There was a day I wanted to go and watch a film. Maybe Transformer Age of Extinction. It came out, I think, last year or early this year. So she was like, "Oh, I'm tired. I don't want to go and watch a film." I was like, "That film, that movie, I must view it today." And she was like, "No, we can go tomorrow." You know, it was around because she was dragging the film. I have to schedule a late night movie. So I just said, "I'm going." "Are you going? You're leaving only me." I must watch that film today. So I left from there at home, went to watch the film, a late night movie, came back. You know, she was pissed off with me, but the next morning, instead of me to to be hungry, you have to watch that movie. You know,
I just missed out.
You know, I just painted a picture that you missed
out.
Forget. So, in fact, the next week, they were like, "Let's go, we can watch that film." In fact, when we got there, we did not let her watch the film. We let her now watch Think else. Like a Man too. You know, she's just like, this film, I think, but we came here for this age of extinction. That's your kind of film. She said, we must watch my own kind of film. And we watched it. So, we just forgot the past, what happened, why I left her home, and but she has accepted that this person. The love does not blind her from seeing, and does not blind her from seeing that what I did was wrong, or she does not like what I did. That is personal beliefs. You can't change that, but you can alter it.
Okay. What are your thoughts? What's your school of thoughts on this, Bola?
The reality, I believe that, once again, going on choices, I believe that love is a choice. Yes. Not the butterfly, goose pimples feeling that you feel towards somebody.
Which is when that's the perfect soulmate.
Yeah, which is the whole love at first sight. You just see someone and you're drawn to the person. Oh my God, all of those is just based on
affection.
Based on appearance or what you see, which is why they say, okay, maybe marriage is the eye opener. Then you get to see the real character and all of that. So when you choose to love this person that you have chosen to spend the rest of your life with, then you make a soulmate out of that person. That's what I think. And talking about love blinding people, I don't think it's love that blinds. I think people just live in denial. You see these things, that's the truth. It's left for you to accept. Or people feel, oh, he's going to change. What makes you think he's going to change? It's something you have seen, but you chose not to accept the reality. Then you get into a longer relationship, which is forever, then you get tired and you're like, oh my God, I didn't know it was this bad, but you saw it. So I think that the reality is I have chosen you. I have chosen to spend the rest of my life with you. I chose you above every other thing for whatever reason it is. And we're going to make this thing work. And you know what? Because I chose you, you are my soulmates. And we have to, just like you said, there will still be, it's forever a work in progress. It's forever, because life happens. Life happens. You get married to this person that didn't used to do a certain thing before, and you are in this marriage maybe 4 years gone, and something new gets introduced. What happens? Does it stop being your soulmate? What has changed? So, personally, I believe it's a choice. You choose to love this person no matter what comes your way.
Nice one. Guys, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to be talking about those who believe in soulmates, because a lot of people out there watching believe in soulmates. What are the challenges that they face believing in this concept? Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Now That You're Married. We're still here on the topic of the perfect soulmate and whether they really exist in marriages. I'm here with Ceasar, Barisi, and Bola. So, guys, before we went on a break, we were talking about the reality for singletons now who think there is that one person out there for me. He's my soulmate. We're going to meet each other, or he's going to meet me, or whichever way. What are the challenges that people from this school of thought face? And I'll start with you, Ceasar.
Oh, quite a lot. Let me just cite this example. When you are growing up, you always have this dream. I want to be a pilot. I want to be this. I want to be a model. I want to marry this tall guy, rich. Dangote's son, $100, daughter, etc. But over the years, reality will start, catching up. You start seeing that it's not easy that way. Even if you are from a middle class and you eventually meet a Dangote's daughter or son, you'll now discover that maybe you can't even cope. Like, I know about 2 marriages that are just broken, just chatted away. They married quite young, and before you know it, within 3 months into the marriage, the husband started beating her. The other one, and I don't know, she just stopped wearing the ring. 2 ladies anyway. And if you call her Mrs. No, don't call me Mrs. My name is Elizabeth. Seriously. And on inquiry, you just said this one. The one told me, I said, but how did you marry? How did you meet? And, how did you? And you just hear so many things that you want to flog those people.
Thank you. Bola, your thoughts on people who think that, okay, there's that one person out there, that one person is just for me. What challenges does this, pose?
I think it's just living in fantasy land, where in the world and you're living in Mars. If you have a different reality, okay, for instance, let's say you're in a marriage, you thought you hooked your soulmate. She said something. He might be my soulmate, but maybe I'm not his. You think you've hooked your soulmate, all your checklist has been ticked, and you get into marriage and you have a different reality. I think most times challenges come from you not facing your reality and addressing it head front. You're still living in, oh no, this is how it should be. For instance, you might be this kind of girl that always likes to go out, and you like to go out with your man. And you have this kind of guy that
busy.
He really wouldn't, he's not even busy, he'd rather just sit at home. And you keep fighting him over the fact that, but we should go out together. That is how everybody is doing it. This is how it should be. You have your ideal, what you would have wanted, but the reality is not the same. Instead of people to sit down to focus on what the reality is and look for how to channel a way through or manage their way or look for how to bring this person back to understand how important this thing is to you, or even for you to understand why he's not wired in that way and you thought he was, you kind of dwell in that soulmate world. Yes,
and
la la land. It's like you keep dreaming, but your reality is different from your dream.
Mirage.
Yes, it's a mirage. You're not, what you see, it's different from what is happening. Now, there's nothing wrong in hoping for the best. You're allowed to dream. Mm-hmm. Just make sure you wake up every now and then and see if you're actually moving towards that dream. So I think the challenges that really come from this soulmate thing is people don't wake up. They don't face their realities head on.
They don't wake up from their dream.
Yes, they don't face their realities head on. Because true, that person might have been your soulmate, but life happens. Kids happen, you get a new job, this person gets transferred, finances come into play sometimes. A lot of things happen. I mean, a lot of factors come into play, and the situation at that time might not allow that person function in that soulmate position at that time. Then you flip. Like, oh no, this is not, normally you should open the door for me. That's what my soulmate would do. And the guy's like, hello, what's wrong with your hand? Can you get out of the door? We're late already. And you're thinking, oh no, you should get the door for me because you should be a perfect gentleman.
Gifts,
I'm expecting gifts all the time. The guy's like, I just bought you something yesterday, and he feels you're being too demanding. We need to learn to marry our realities and learn to channel it through to where we're dreaming of.
Rather than having an ideal.
Yes, and just sticking, it's good to have an ideal. Don't dwell there.
You're saying focus on reality.
Yes, focus on the reality.
Thank you. I'm going to come to you now, Barisi. So what are your views on this?
For those of us, well, I'll say us, that believe there's one perfect soulmate.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. For me, I dwelt on character when I was deciding, oh, this is what my soulmate should be. Most people go materialistic. My soulmate should be able to buy me this. My soulmate should have this house. My soulmate should have this. But in being able to achieve those material things that you're talking about, there's a certain kind of attitude the person must possess. Absolutely. So if you overlook the personality of the person and you're saying, oh, he should have this, without saying if he even has the life, the character that can get you there, you now say, why are you this lazy? You're supposed to be able to get us into a 4-bedroom. We're living in a 1-room. And you know, you're now saying, this is where we're supposed to be. You're not there. The attitude, the character of the person cannot even achieve that. You were just visualizing. You know, a lot of girls say, oh, my perfect guy has this house, he has this car, he has this job, he has this, he has that. You don't know what he did to get there. So if you don't check the character that he possesses, even those things won't even last. Because, okay, let's say he has everything. Believe that, oh, you've ticked everything and oh, all is perfect. You get into the marriage. Maybe he got into one lucky break and, you know, he put everything down and, oh, he became Mr. Perfect for you. You're now in the marriage. If he doesn't have the right attitude, the right character, and if he doesn't understand what life is about, he would squander. Both of you will live in a fantasy, squander, finish everything, and then reality dawns on you that, okay, what happened? And then you forget that you guys didn't even have the right attitude in the first place. You just had the materialistic list ticked out.
Done. But then, can I just chip this in? If some girls feel that, coming back to, is there actually a soulmate for you? You said something now about, and they feel that kind of guy is their soulmate. I think it still brings us back to a place of choice. Based on certain preferences, you get to choose the kind of guy that you are most likely going to end up with. So that is your kind of guy, which you have chosen, which might not be that kind of guy that is for you.
Permit me to say this, the both of you are saying the same things. Yeah. You're saying, well, Bola said that people have this concept of soulmates, but they are too focused on an ideology rather than reality. And you're saying, go and do your research. Yes, you want a soulmate, but have the full picture. So again, it's reality. So both of you are pretty much saying the same thing. So rather than focusing on ideas, because we all have these ideas and we have this concept, focus on reality. So that means experience. That's what will teach you, right? Am I drawing from what? Yeah. We're gonna take a short break. There's still so much we can talk about on this. When we come back, we're gonna go deep to our viewers. We're gonna give them one final word from you guys. What would you say for those who believe in soulmates? And I don't disagree with anybody here. I think everyone has their own points. Yeah. But what final words do you have for our viewers on the topic of soulmates? Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Now That You're Married. I'm still here with Ceasar, Barisi, and Bola, and we've been talking about the idea of soulmates. So guys, final words for our singletons, and maybe indeed people that are married, because you never stop learning, right? Yeah. What are your kind of tip that you would give someone watching who has this idea of finding a soulmate? I'll start with you, Ceasar.
I would like to take it from a point. The first thing is, I think a lot of people should learn to ask questions. It's not a crime if you ask this. If a guy, you meet this guy that represents himself as your soulmate, you know, what you've pictured, and you're carried away because he has money, he has his own house, mansion in Lekki, a BG city, have these big things, and because of that, you refuse to ask the question, what are you into? What do you do? If he said, if he says, okay, I'm working maybe in a government parasata, your brain, your medulla oblongata will tell you, what kind of thing can he be doing? Is he director? Is it the MD that can afford? So it's not a bad thing if you ask questions. People should learn to ask questions. And asking questions is not limited to only your soulmate. It can be anybody. Those who have done it before, those who are about doing it, aunties, cousins, whatever. Their experience, those little experiences, they count, they add up. So they should learn to always look at scenarios. In fact, you can first create a scenario. If you think this person is your soulmate, you might even, well, like what I did, and I used to do it. I'll just purposely maybe get angry for what I'm not supposed to get angry at. It's not as if I want to bring anything out of it, but
You're
I want,
testing the waters.
yeah, I want to see
Reaction.
the person's reaction. It's not a bad thing to do. I want to see the person's reaction. Like I used to tell someone, a particular lady, I used to tell her, I said, if you are with your husband or with your guy, and you as a lady, you are even looking at the girl, this lady is fine. Yeah, which happens? She dressed well. Yeah. There'll be one or two things that you will be looking at her. And you are looking at, and the husband beside you that is even driving or beside you, did not even blink an eye. I said, then you need to check that man. She's like, they're like, what? I said, then the man is doing something behind you that you don't know. Yes, you are a lady. You looked at a girl, you're looking at her, oh, this is nice, yeah. And the man did not even blink as if, you are even saying, did you see that girl? And he just pretended as if, which girl? Something is wrong.
Because him being trying so hard to be perfect.
Yeah.
There's fire on the mountain.
Like there's nothing
No,
I don't look
I don't look at girls. Then
No, don't get it twisted. There's fire on the mountain.
Okay.
Big one.
Okay.
No. It should, you can even talk about it. I talked about girls, my wife. She will not just look at that girl. She's nice. I will say, what do you like about her? She say, her hair. What kind of hair? She will say, Brazilian hair, maybe normal weave on. There's something.
You guys have a conversation about it.
Conversation, it brings...
And that's why you're best friends.
Yeah.
And that's why you're soulmates.
That reminds me of someone who once said that the easiest way for a man to look at girls is to show your wife that girl.
Yes.
See that girl, what she's wearing is rubbish, and she goes and that gives you the license to actually look and say,
I don't know, maybe that's the negative part of it. I'm talking about the bright side.
I think it was just a joke or something.
No. I'm just talking about the bright side, but I think that's all for me.
Thank you.
That's
So
all for me.
I'll stick with your very first, ask questions.
Very simple, ask questions. There's no crime in asking questions.
Thank you. Bola, let's move forward with you. What are your final thoughts on this for singletons or indeed married people?
Soulmates. Don't dwell there. Don't dwell there. Be in this world. Be real.
Stop dreaming.
No, don't stop dreaming.
Okay.
Stop. If you stop dreaming, then you stop living. There's nothing to live for.
Okay.
Dream, but
There's going to be that big house.
yeah, dream
And
dream
then
about
there's gonna
it.
be,
Yes,
it's going to be in
yes,
the Seychelles.
absolutely. But come back and walk
should
towards
wake up.
it. Yes, come back to the reality and walk towards it. Work out your marriage. Work out your union with this soulmate. That if you believe that he's your soulmate, work out that reality. You know, if you believe like I do that I don't believe that there's no soulmate. I just believe you can pick from a set, and I have made this person my soulmate. So I'm working it out. So it's a process. There's no fire brigade. There's no quick
automatic.
fix. There's no perfection. You have to keep working at this thing. You have to build your soulmates. It's a constant beating and panel beating, and beating each other to shape into that image that you both want to see in each other. So it's a work in progress.
Okay, thank you. So you're saying they should build their
Yes,
reality.
be real. Yes,
Build their
absolutely.
reality. Thank you. Barisi, I'm coming to you. What are your thoughts?
It's beautiful to have the concept of a soulmate, but as much as you're doing that, be true to yourself and understand, evaluate what you're using to determine who your soulmate is. If you're choosing your soulmate based on material things, when those things fade, you have nothing. Because it's the character of the person that is actually what makes your soulmate.
Thank you very much. So guys, I've learned a lot. I learned from you that you've got to communicate, you've got to talk, ask questions, always be asking, and even not just to your soulmate, those around you that have got
Use their
prior
experience to build yours.
To build yours.
Yeah.
And you said you've got to constantly be building, Bola.
Yeah.
Constantly be building.
Constantly.
Build your own reality.
Absolutely.
Build your own perfection. Build your own
Absolutely.
soulmate.
Yes.
And then Barisi said that you've got to make sure you know the character of the person you're with. So it's not just about looks. Don't be fickle, is what you're saying.
Yes.
And make sure there's substance to
Yes.
it all. Yeah?
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you so much. Thank you. This has been Now That You're Married. See you next time.